wanted to show an idea. I had to save time when taking notes and turned it into a script that allows me to instantly timestamp my notes in Obsidian when I'm watching ICT. For so long, I wanted something like this on a platform that doesn't deviate outside my standard two platforms, which is Obsidian and YouTube, or sometimes Notion. So to show you what it is this script does is essentially save time that it takes to write out the minute marker. If you're doing minute format, you're much likely to mess up, in my opinion, just because you see here you have to type out the minute, and then once you start to get an hour into the video, I am much more likely to mess up, so I don't like that. B, this saves you the time of actually timestamping. So doing this, copy video URL at current time, typing it out like that, and then pasting that, and then typing your note from there. So C, this makes note taking much more fluid for me personally, since it's to my standards and all the hotkeys are custom to me. So you can set those custom to you. If you want to change those up, feel free to. A couple things I don't like are Memex, eNote, Media Extended, and a couple other softwares. They all have their own flaws, in my opinion. Two things that I don't like, a couple things I don't like is that the fact that Memex is in the browser and it's not a separate application. So either half my YouTube video is covered, or it's a tiny screen because I can't full screen it. So with this, even though it's half screen here, I can just drag this to my other monitor and take it there. So Media Extended, I had a lot of problems with that. It wasn't as smooth. I didn't like my workflow, so that's really it. And eNote was just silly. Barely even worked for me. So there's a couple other softwares too. Can't remember off the top of my head, but I prefer to keep it basic and just have Obsidian, which allows me to write notes in a safe, simple, and efficient manner. There's not any errors going on every single minute. I don't have to write emails to support or technical support for every single problem. It's really nice. So here's an example of how the script works. So right here, let's say we're taking notes and we're watching the video and we want to take a timestamp. So my text cursor is over here, and I'll just click F1 and it automatically does it. I can keep going and you can see the video pauses. So if you don't like that, first Control F1, you can turn that off. So I'm going to click that now, Control F1, and you can see when I play the video now to continue taking notes, it will not pause. So I have my cursor here and my text cursor here. So this cursor can be wherever it needs to be. There's nowhere specific. You'll see F1, it takes the note and it continues playing the video. F2, what you'll see what that is if I'm taking a note, the opening range gap is likely to hit 70% of the times. So period. I can take a footnote, which is F2, and what that does is it gives me the option to look at all my notes from all the way up here. I can add a footnote here, I can add a footnote here, whatever I'm focusing on. If I want to focus on imbalances, I can put footnotes on imbalances in price, where I have a screenshot above and a footnote in the text, and then I can come down here and I have all my footnotes in numerical format going from 1 down lower. So if I want to add another note to the footnote, I would remove this bracket and I would just put a dash. Personally, you can do whatever you want, and I would say footnote note, foot. I don't know, that's what came to mind. So you can see that comes right here. And even though there's not much space between this footnote here and this one, because it's at the bottom, you'll see what it does is it highlights it and it kind of jumps into the middle of the page. So Shift F1, if you don't want this here because you want to open up your vault or something, you can remove that. So I'm going to take it away, put it back, Shift F1, and then let's say you want to exit because you're done with this, or you want these hotkeys for something else. Actually, I'll let this play so I can skip. Well, then you can close this out. So, boom. I plan to have more implementations of scripts in my workflow and plan to share even more in the near future. So if you're interested in such a script, DM me on Twitter and we can talk more. And I wish you the best of luck.